And I talked to one of the refs when she checks in. Hey, we got history from the first game.
There's not just a voice. There's these pictures, that have come out. And I know a lot of people immediately want to say, well, these are, they're not real pictures, right? They're doctored photographs. But this one I saw, I was like, man, that's actually the girlfriend in the background.
You seem concerned but hopeful.
I'm only hopeful if she doesn't win. If she wins, we're going to have a real problem in this country. And the problem will be on the world level, it'll be on a national level, and it'll be on a state level. I don't know what she brings to the table other than disaster.
Brittney Griner's Olympic future suddenly became the center of intense speculation, not because of anything that happened on the basketball court, but because of reports of a dramatic legal dispute involving former judge and television personality Jeanine Pirro. The story quickly spread across social media, leaving fans wondering what was actually happening. As rumors gained momentum, one question dominated the conversation: could a legal battle really affect one of the biggest stars in women's basketball and her Olympic aspirations? The unexpected claims sparked widespread debate, with many people struggling to separate verified facts from online speculation. According to the narrative circulating online, the legal dispute centered on questions about fairness, competition, and the integrity of women's sports. Supporters and critics weighed in from every direction, turning the controversy into one of the most talked about topics in the basketball world. The courtroom, rather than the basketball court, became the focus of public attention. Reports described Griner's legal team as rejecting the allegations and arguing that the claims lacked merit. Meanwhile, Pirro was portrayed as insisting that important questions deserved closer examination. As headlines continued to spread, fans eagerly waited for verified information, wondering whether the controversy would have any real impact on Griner's basketball career or Olympic future. Regardless of the online rumors, the situation highlighted how quickly speculation can dominate the news cycle, especially when it involves a high-profile athlete. With emotions running high and opinions divided, many observers called for patience until credible facts and official decisions became available. As the legal proceedings reportedly continued, the atmosphere in the courtroom became increasingly tense. The judges listened carefully as both sides presented their arguments, and public attention only intensified. For Griner, who is accustomed to performing under pressure on the basketball court, the legal spotlight represented an entirely different kind of challenge. With every new claim and counterclaim, debate surrounding fairness, credibility, and Olympic eligibility grew louder. What many had initially dismissed as an unlikely controversy evolved into a widely discussed story, drawing reactions from fans, analysts, and commentators across the sports world. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. Rumors and online reports claimed that a major ruling could dramatically affect Griner's Olympic future, fueling widespread speculation and heated discussions. Supporters questioned whether such an outcome would be justified, while others argued that any concerns about competitive fairness deserved careful examination. The controversy quickly expanded beyond basketball, raising broader questions about the relationship between legal challenges, athletic eligibility, and public opinion. As headlines spread across social media and news platforms, many people struggled to separate confirmed facts from speculation, making the story one of the most debated topics in women's sports. Outside the courtroom, reactions remained sharply divided. Some commentators praised the legal effort as a stand for fairness and accountability, while others criticized what they viewed as an attempt to influence an athlete's career through legal action rather than established sporting regulations. Throughout the debate, many observers emphasized that any decisions affecting Olympic participation ultimately depend on the relevant sports governing bodies and official eligibility rules, not public speculation or viral headlines. The reported legal controversy quickly became one of the biggest talking points in women's basketball. Whether justified or not, the public reaction was immediate. A player who had long been recognized as one of the WNBA's most accomplished stars suddenly found herself at the center of intense scrutiny. Headlines, opinion pieces, and social media debates dominated the conversation, with supporters and critics offering sharply different perspectives. As speculation spread, many commentators argued that the controversy had begun to overshadow Griner's achievements on the court. Rather than discussing her scoring, defense, or championship resume, public attention shifted toward the legal dispute and the questions it raised. Every public appearance and every statement, or lack of one, was analyzed, adding to the growing media storm. At the same time, online discussions revived long-standing rumors and debates that had circulated for years. Despite the absence of verified evidence supporting many of the claims, the renewed attention fueled arguments about fairness in sports, with people expressing widely differing opinions across television, news outlets, and social media. The controversy became less about basketball itself and more about the broader issues surrounding athletic competition and public perception. Regardless of where people stood, the story demonstrated how quickly an athlete's reputation can become the focus of national debate. Supporters urged the public to wait for verified facts and official statements, while critics continued to voice their concerns. The result was a highly polarized discussion that extended far beyond the basketball court. For elite athletes, the Olympic Games represent the highest level of international competition, a goal that often takes years of dedication and sacrifice to reach. Any controversy connected to Olympic eligibility naturally attracts enormous public attention, making every development closely watched by fans, media outlets, and the sporting community alike. For any elite athlete, the Olympic Games represent the highest level of achievement, a stage reached only through years of discipline, sacrifice, and relentless dedication. As speculation surrounding Griner's Olympic future intensified, many fans reflected on what such an outcome could mean for an athlete whose career had been defined by competing at the highest level. Losing the opportunity to represent one's country would be a significant setback, both professionally and personally. Beyond the competition itself, Olympic participation often brings worldwide recognition, endorsement opportunities, and lasting career benefits. That reality added another layer to the public discussion, with many commentators debating how any uncertainty surrounding eligibility could affect an athlete's future both on and off the court. Meanwhile, Jeanine Pirro remained a central figure in the controversy. According to reports and public commentary, she argued that the broader debate was about fairness, accountability, and protecting the integrity of women's sports. Her supporters viewed her as someone willing to challenge difficult issues, while critics questioned both her role and the motivations behind the legal battle. As reactions poured in, the controversy became increasingly polarized. Regardless of which side people supported, the story dominated headlines and social media. Basketball fans, legal analysts, and sports commentators all weighed in, turning the debate into one of the most widely discussed topics in women's athletics. The controversy extended far beyond a single athlete, raising broader questions about eligibility, governance, and the future of competitive sports. The discussion also had a noticeable impact across the basketball community. Players, coaches, and fans reacted with a mixture of surprise, concern, and uncertainty as they waited for verified information and official decisions. With emotions running high and opinions deeply divided, many observers agreed on one point: the debate had become far bigger than basketball itself. As the controversy continued to dominate headlines, reactions across the basketball community appeared deeply divided. Some supporters argued that Griner was being unfairly targeted and deserved the opportunity to respond through the appropriate legal and sporting channels. Others believed the situation highlighted broader questions about accountability and fairness in elite competition. Whatever their views, the debate showed just how quickly public opinion can become polarized. The WNBA also found itself under intense public scrutiny. Fans and commentators closely watched to see how the league, fellow players, and officials would respond. Every statement, and every silence, was analyzed, with many interpreting the lack of clear public responses in different ways. The controversy became as much about the league's handling of the situation as it was about the athlete herself. Attention soon shifted to what might happen next. Legal experts noted that any appeal process, if one were pursued, could be lengthy and complex, while sports analysts emphasized that final decisions regarding Olympic participation ultimately rest with the appropriate governing bodies. At the same time, online speculation continued to spread, with social media users debating possible outcomes and future developments despite the absence of confirmed information. Beyond the legal questions, the controversy sparked a wider discussion about the relationship between sports, public perception, and accountability. Fans debated where the line should be drawn between athletic competition, legal challenges, and media influence. Others argued that high-profile cases often become larger than the individuals involved, evolving into broader conversations about governance, fairness, and the future of women's sports. Whatever the final outcome, the story demonstrated how rapidly a public controversy can reshape the conversation around an athlete's career. Championships, awards, and years of success can quickly be overshadowed when legal disputes and intense media coverage take center stage. As the debate continued, many observers agreed that only verified facts and official decisions, not online rumors or speculation, would ultimately determine how the story is remembered.